well. Today's video we're going to be doing a session on letting go and forgiving. This is specifically is made for you if you are ready to move on, if you want to forgive, if you want to let go of this anger that you're feeling inside and your body's reacting to certain situations, but you just are having such a hard time moving past it. You have the mindset, you have done the activities that you're supposed to do, your body is just holding on to it. So this is what we're going to be working on today, releasing that inner trauma, releasing the fears that grew inside of you during this time period when this painful thing, when you were experiencing this painful thing. So, yeah, I want you to take a few deep breaths because we are going to be activating that anger so that I can reach into it and see what we can do to help release it. Right away, I'm feeling that it's tied to sadness and it's tied to protection. Okay, so you're holding on to it a little bit to protect yourself. You're not 100% confident that this won't happen again. I'm getting that from your third eye. I am feeling a bit of sickness. You're holding a lot of tension inside of your stomach. Okay, yeah, so let's just deep breathe. And when you deep breathe, I want you to breathe in. You're going to hold it for a second, and then you're going to breathe out. And when you breathe out, I want you to just relax your body. Breathe in again. Okay, and I just want you to do that a few times until you can kind of do a bit of a body scan and feel the relaxation coming in, okay? And I'm going to help bring your body to that relaxation state. Okay, for some of you, you might be deep breathing this entire video. Yeah, I'm feeling very drawn into your stomach, which makes me feel like this person may have been very connected with you, whether it's you or somebody else, because I am feeling drawn into the solar plex and the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra has to do with pleasure, and more importantly for this situation has to do with sexual energy. Yeah, for some of you it's a betrayal, some of you it's a trauma, mix of both. I am feeling like this person may have harmed you in a very deep, violating way. And for others, it is some sort of love interest that harmed you. Not love interest, like a partner that you had. And yeah, there's definitely some sort of protection. I feel for some of you that this person is still in your life, and that's why you're wanting to forgive. And then there's the other half of you that have moved on from this person, but you're holding on to that, and it's seeping into your new relationships. So we are going to deal with you guys individually, but it's going to be quick, like 30 seconds on each. So we are going to be going into that first group that I mentioned, where they still are in your life. We are going to look at that cord connection, and we are just going to cleanse that negativity from it. As I've mentioned in other videos, I like to imagine that there's thousands of little tiny strings, and I am able to go in and take away the strings that are no longer serving our relationship. We are going to then bring in a potential of new strings, powerful, forgiving, peaceful, excited, happy, in love, or not in love, but love in general. And we are going to allow those strings to attach when he or they reach out and show that safety. Okay, so we're not just gonna throw yourself in there. We are going to protect your energy a little bit, but we're gonna prepare your energy to be ready to form those bonds again. Okay, we're reaching into that third eye as well and bringing in that protection there. And releasing some of that, saying like, you know, I did need it for protection, but the person is allowing me to believe that I'm okay to release that. We're also going to add a long-term protection so that if you ever are harmed again in the same way, that you're more prepared for it, and that it's just not going to hurt as much. It's going to bounce off a bit more, and you're going to feel your worth. I'm going to pull your worth up from your solar plex chakra. Enhance it there. And I'm not saying it is going to happen again. Part of the reason I'm doing this is so that your body can feel that confidence to allow that energy to be reconnected, knowing that your energy is protected regardless of what that person does. And you're okay and you're safe to feel again and to allow that love to come again, because you're more prepared. And yeah, I just want to stress that I'm not saying this is going to happen again. I'm not that type of healer. I'm not a psychic by any means. Just allowing your body to feel safe. Okay, now we're going to move on to that other group who has let go and moved on, but now it's seeping into these other relationships or other aspects into your life. And instead of just pulling specific strings, we're going to reach into that. And I'm feeling the sadness connected with that person. And we are just going to pull that sadness, first of all. And we are going to completely cut that cord. I felt a bit of anxiety there. It's like you don't really want to let go. So we're going to go calm that anxiety first. We're going to go up to your heart chakra. We're going to allow yourself to feel like that wasn't the love that you deserved. That wasn't the treatment as well that you deserved. And bring in that safety. We're reaching to that cord again, and we are just going to release the entire cord. The thousands and thousands of strings, we're just cutting it all off. We're pulling his energy back into him or her, or they. Sorry, I'm not good at that. Practicing, but I'm still struggling. And then the energy that is yours is completely back into you, cleansed, healed. Yeah, their energy is no longer near you, no longer touching you. They have completely now been cut off from your life. If they try to reach out to you at any point, we are putting a shield around you to protect you from that. So when they do reach out, you might initially feel a little bit of emotion or something, but that's going to go away quite quickly as long as you allow it. We're going to go into that third eye and make sure that you don't dwell on those type of moments. Just let it go. If they contact you, if they come into your life, if they want to be around you, it's okay. Just let it go. They aren't going to affect you anymore. Okay, that protection. Good. Okay, now these two energies, we can bring them back in because I do feel that they are very tied. Okay, so we're going to go back up into that third eye chakra, and we are going to give it some mantras. I am safe. My energy is protected. My energy is protected and prepared. I am safe. My energy is protected and prepared. We're going to reach into that physical body of yours, and we are going to kind of just pull away all of that tension and pull away that like feeling, kind of like the Macbeth when he kept washing his hands in the water. Even though he was clean, he kept feeling that trauma, the regret. So we're just pulling that physical layer off of you that was created by this person. Good. Okay. Where is the anger mostly setting? It is still in your stomach, really in your solar plex chakra. Your solar plex chakra is kind of like you allowing yourself to be the center, like we think of the sun. It's where your creativity, your passion, and your self-care, that type of thing. So your anger is being there. I feel like you were let down. They're disappointed, frustrated. As I say these emotions, I am releasing them as well. I'm finding them and then pulling them out. general anger. The anger, I'm going to pull it out, take it. Place it down into the earth. I always place energy down into the earth for Mother Nature to heal and turn into a positive thing. Anger can be used in a positive way, so we're going to allow her to manipulate it, to heal it, to change it. And as we do that, I'm going to, after that anger is released, we're going to go in there and just see what else is left. I feel like small, like you feel small. You feel worthless. I'm also sensing like you can't really trust yourself, so I'm going to go up into that third eye and reassure your third eye and kind of cleanse it and just say, like, you know, you are powerful and you can trust your intuition again. We're going to activate your intuition. We're going to pull that trust. We're going to also activate it with your throat chakra. So there's a communication between yourself and also your intuition again. My intuition will let me know when it's safe. Keep in mind that, like, sometimes, not always, I want to keep this in mind, sometimes we do ignore signs because we want to see the good in people, and that's normal and that is healthy. And it's just what humans do. We do ignore signs that we're given. And so it wasn't anything wrong with your intuition, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's just your human nature just kind of took over there, and your kind heart and your loving and forgiving heart, it kind of came over and took over in those situations that kind of made you look past some of those red flags. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's beautiful. Sometimes it is important to look past some red flags, because not every red flag means that that person is unchangeable or doesn't deserve love or isn't good for you. We all have red flags, we all do. And it's just about finding the person who has the right red flags. The ones that are easy for you to navigate, the ones that you can help with, the ones that won't trigger you. Good. That last breath that I felt for some of you, the deep breathing can end now. Others, I think you ended a while ago, but that's okay. Just checking all the chakras quickly. Okay, we're bringing up that energy, that anger. We've turned it into this passion to help heal, to see things more clearly. We're placing that energy back into you. Now remember, I'm not placing anger back into you. We're placing it with passion. We're letting that passion radiate. I feel like you could do a lot. There's people in your life that have experienced similar things or will experience similar things. It was part of your path so that you're able to connect and help them when the time comes. I also feel that there are people that can help you, and the more you voice, the more you talk about this, the more you're going to find that you're not alone in this. There's people around you who have experienced the same thing, who can have empathy and can give you ideas to help cope with that. You will kind of have this symbiotic relationship where you're both helping and healing each other. Okay, so I'm now going to just check again. Sorry, I just want to make sure. It's so crazy because I really thought that this was gonna go differently. I am going to check your adrenal glands, and I'm going to look at the cortisol being created. And we are going to just kind of calm it down, relax it a bit. When it has urge to release, we're going to pull it back in. Remind ourselves that actually we are safe. We're going to connect it up to your brain a little bit more. So that your brain and your eyes, your physical eyes, your sensory so that you can recognize a little bit easier when you're safe. Feeling a bit of shaking, a bit of fear. Okay, so I wanted to get rid of that shaking for you, but I heard, like, some of you might not have heard of tremor therapy. We shake for a reason. It does help release trauma. So I'm hearing, like, allowing yourself to shake. There's, like, if you look up tremor therapy, you can see you can put your body in specific positions that causes you to shake, okay? And you want to encourage that shaking just to help release it. While that happens, you may feel some intense emotions come up. Even if you feel like your hand, you can even just automatically shake it. Just let it shake. Let your hand shake, and then pull it up into you and let your whole body shake. And that can work as well if you don't want to research and go into a full tremor, full body tremor. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling like, you are going to have that urge to tremor, that urge to shake. And that might just last a few days. I heard some of you for longer. We have really worked on releasing and preparing your energy to reconnect and to be open towards other people. But that tremor that you're feeling, it just is this energy that just needs to be released. It's not going to affect you in a negative way. And I don't want you to worry when you start to feel it. One more thing I want to do is I just want to look at your future self, and I just want to double check to make sure that we're getting rid of some of those patterns, some of those ideas, some of those negative things like that you might carry on into your next relationships or into your future relationship with this person. Or the random people that you see. For some of you, it might be random people you're inviting, not necessarily love interests. Yeah, some of that paranoia. Good. Okay. Yeah. Now we're just going to protect that energy, protect your future self's energy as well. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm disconnected from you guys now, and thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed that session, please feel free, why can't I say that? Feel free to subscribe or leave a comment. I would really appreciate that, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!